Hi, my loves. It's your Lady Girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with some commentary, some very quick commentary about your girl Nivea and this Millennium tour. Is it Millennial tour? Millennium? Girl, I don't know. Anyway, I was on, Instagram, moving around, moving and grooving, and I saw some comments and I saw a post that was on the neighborhood talk about Nivea. And apparently someone was being shady as the girl was doing her performance, giving us a performance of a lifetime. And I was pissed off. Now, before I hop into my commentary, I want you all to go ahead and like this video if you like anything pertaining to Black people, Black culture, Black teens. Go ahead and subscribe and like the video so we can go ahead and push this thing on out. Yeah, so let's just hop into it. So, if you don't know who Nivea is, you're probably a little too young to be here. It's like, no, I'm joking, girl. She is an American singer, and I don't want to do like a whole biopic of it all, but she was one of the throwback R&B vocalists. She is famously known for songs like "Don't Mess with My Man" because I'm gonna be the one to break it to you. And she had gotten a start in the music career very, very early on. I think her first breakout song was with Mystical, and she's singing "Been So Long." Okay, so she's like an Atlanta. I think she's from Atlanta originally, but she kind of like disappeared from the public eye for several years, and then she reemerged and we kind of got to know more about her story. Now, she was, I want to say, like the early 2000s it girl. Imagine like Tierra. I feel like I relate her to Tierra Marie before Tierra Marie was who she was. Okay, we had Nivea. And I think that she has a place if you are an R&B lover, if you are a music or a lover of music rather, then you have heard one of her songs, whether it been Complicated, 25 Reasons, or the song that she did with Robert Kelly. Now, recently she I guess is joining the Millennium tour, which is going to actually be in Philly tonight. Girl, I will be there. And I think that she is, I guess, like on her comeback tour, as she should be, because she's been through a lot, right? And so how we all have changed our minds about how we feel in with women in music industries and women in male dominated industries, we have a different feeling and a different perspective about them. We understand things like, how the power dynamics play a part and all of these things. I feel like as a whole and as the public, we are more aware of how mental health plays a part in the artist and just real life things. We have more empathy as a society in general. And so when I saw the people in the comments trying to come for her, I'm like, girl, we really just have a hard time extending grace and making celebrities, especially celebrities who maybe don't have a hit, who are not on TikTok, who are still trying to make a living for themselves, and they don't play in this new arena of social media. We really have a hard time accepting and extending them grace. And so I'm going to play a little piece of the performance here, not too much, because again, I just want to be respectful, because this girl has been through a lot, y'all. And then not to mention, she still is a vocalist. Let's be clear. Okay, if y'all can sit through the Ice Spice of it all, the sweeties of it all, like, can we not? Y'all, let's get into it. Right about the blue, I was so amused. Want you to call my phone so we can talk a little more. I didn't know what to do. Hoping you'd be cool. I don't know what got people saying. So, I guess some people were just super critical of her, dancing and the outfit. And I don't want to put any comments because I'm going to make this a safe space and a moment for women in general to reflect on how we treat each other, and what it takes to be a person who is a creative and an artist and go through, so many situations that are tragedies and traumatic and still show up in front of a crowd and still put her best foot forward. Now, the red on the red on the red is a particular thing, but she comes from a different era. Okay, it's like going to church and being upset that the lady got on a big church hat. It just is what it is. And so I wanted to kind of bring my attention to how we treat our aging celebrities, how we treat our celebrities who are not so much in the forefront. We just seen people celebrate Bow Wow on stage, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, do we really need to give him his things? Does it really deserve all of this? And it's like, yeah, we do. We really do. I think that in order for us to be respected, we need to give each other respect, right? And love it or hate it, corny or not, like Bow Wow is an artist who has broken so many records. So it's nothing wrong with us giving him his things. Like, who's really going to a Bow Wow concert? I mean, why not? Surely he's corny and he's not the major super celebrity that he was at 12, but he's contributed enough to the music industry and society, if you will. You know what I mean? He shaped some of the childhood memories of cousins, uncles, brothers, and sisters. You know what I mean? You probably listening to me a little Bow Wow. Like, come on, like, let's be for real. And so I feel like we need to extend the same amount of understanding and grace to other people, like someone like a Nivea. Again, like, she went through so much. I was looking at I think she did like a podcast interview with Candy where she talked about the level of abuse that she suffered at the hands of these men. Some of our favorite artists, you know what I mean? Lil Wayne being one of them. Okay, she was originally Lil Wayne's girlfriend. She was possibly underage, and she, in the middle of her career breaking, he told her to move to New Orleans, which she did. They suffered a miscarriage, and then out of nowhere, she moved into a smaller apartment. He moved to it and got married to her. Okay, and there's a lot of overlap, and he isn't the only one. Dream is another one who, she was with, and he left her in the middle of everything, didn't give her any money, didn't give her any child support, and so she was really poor and struggling. And she talked a little bit openly about her drug addiction, and she was born to two crack addicted parents. If you haven't watched my video on crack, you might as well go ahead and do that now, okay? But she lived a very, very hard life, and although she had a moment of fame and success, a lot of her story can resonate with people who are degular, y'all. Let's look into this little quick clip that I got from one of her interviews.
Interesting, knowing first that you have an addictive personality type trait, and knowing I come from that too. We were always forbidden. Child, don't try shit. You're going to be addicted to cake. We got anything. We have that trait in us. So it was already a big, huge risk that I wasn't damn thinking about when I was playing with that stuff. Like, that happened out of depression and being like, fuck not. So much shit had happened, and it was just a low point for me in life. Thank God it didn't fucking kill me, and I got over it, which unfortunately a lot of people don't.
One thing I'm going to do is always champion and root for a woman who is not afraid to tell her story, because you never know who it might impact. And so she went on this kind of tour and reemergence of telling her story and where she's been all of these years. I think it was like a celebration, 20th year anniversary of her, debut album. And again, she went on to Candy's interview, and she talked a lot about the postpartum depression, the drug addiction, the abuse for men. A lot of times we just sit around, oh yeah, niggas ain't shit, don't trust the nigga, this and the third, but we don't really get into how the betrayal and the trauma really lasts with us, and especially if we have children with these people. Okay, we understate how much men really, really impacts our overall health, mentally and physically, girl. And so I loved how she came back out and got herself, back into the media, back into the forefront. She started working with a trainer. She started working with, her outfit. She openly talked about how nervous she was making appearances because she had been out of this world for so long, and having children's fathers who were mega, mega successful, like Lil Wayne and The Dream. They were telling her that, she could not make it. She kind of just went back into the shadows, and we all know that she's a talented woman and vocalist. I think that Candy interview kind of catapulted her back into the forefront. We see her kind of go out into the Queen's Court, and although she didn't end up with a mate, she did say that she learned a lot from the process. And so I just think with the lady from En Vogue coming out saying like, oh, she don't have any money, she's living in her car, and like people are like, girl, go get a job, and this and the third, and like just having no real empathy for these people who were in a very predatory environment for so many years. I think that just all of us need to take a quick moment and extend a little bit of grace, girl, because some of us can't even stand in front of a classroom and read a story out loud, let alone get up and perform in something that we know that she was once able to do. So, love on your people, give people flowers now while they're still here and able, alive and kicking. It's so cute to have a viral tweet, a viral thread, a viral Instagram and post and TikTok, but these are real people. And Nivea, wherever you are in the sound of my voice, sister, you keep striving, you keep moving, okay? Because we all know who you are and what you've given to music and what you've given to people. I know a lot of people are like, girl, what did she do? I feel like if you are a person who understands and listens to music, a lot of people say, oh, that song saved my life. You just never know how people are impacted and touched by things. So let me know what you think. Are we too hard on our older celebrities? Are we just too vain? I feel like the social media is like the new Atlanta where everybody is celebrity. Like, girl, she only got 20,000 followers. Girl, Nivea ain't shit. But it's like, she's a real person. She had real contributions. And I want to know what you think. Drop down in the comments. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.